I want to play and go over the video um, of Steve Harvey having a conversation with Shannon Sharpe, and that he identified that women do not need to bring anything to the table. Okay, I did not get a chance to watch the video based off of what was communicated during Q's show last night, which was absolutely awesome. Make sure that y'all go back and watch that. Um, and then in addition to that, I think that there's has to be some additional context. He had to add some context to this conversation in order for us to just take that and we just taking that at its face value and that's the end of the conversation. I don't believe so. So I'm going to go ahead and deep dive straight into the video. I'm not going to waste any time. Again, thank you to Sue Ann Robinson for jumping up on the panel and having a conversation with us and keeping us afloat on what's going on with Shanquilla Robinson. I will stay on top of that for you guys and I will keep you informed. But without further ado, let's go ahead and deep dive into it. I'm going to be reading super chats throughout the show. So thank you guys for continuing to contribute to the platform. You guys are absolutely awesome. Let's get into the Steve Harvey conversation. Let me see. And thank you for sending me the timestamp so I can get right into the video. All right? Let's deep dive into it.
Wisely. And it was the best thing because a woman like an elevator button, man, they can take you up or down. If you get the right one, you got something. Mm-hmm. You get the wrong one, but it's like a man to a woman. If you get the right man, you can go somewhere. Right. You get the wrong man, you off. Like I heard you say one time.
So I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. And just like in the very beginning of the video, with that part of the video, prior to, I guess, him saying whatever it is that he's saying, I don't disagree with the idea that the person that you lay next to, shout out to Mimi, said, I finally decided to join a Patreon. Really good content so far, Anton. Thank you, Mimi, and it's a lot more coming. I don't disagree with the idea that the person that you align yourself with, whether it's your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, or your brothers, sisters, mothers, friends, the people that you stand next to is often going to be a reflection of who you are. And so if you are very, very careful about who you keep in your inner circle, not the people that are fair weather friends, not just people that you associated with, not people that you go to work with or do business with, a woman or a man can very much impact and drag you down or help to elevate you about, what it is that you are, what it is that you are becoming, and how you can be successful or not. So I don't disagree with that part of the video. Let's continue.
Well, I was laughing so hard. You said you paid for a divorce.
Yeah.
I said, this dude right here was committed.
But see, I want people to think she was getting a divorce already.
Hold on, Shannon. Hold on. Hey, first of all, Steve just threw Shannon under the bus. I did not know Shannon was out here paying for women to get divorced. Say it ain't so, Shannon. I know we always like to give Shannon props, and Shannon got on that drip. I like what he got on and what he rocking and so on and so forth. But hold on, wait a minute. Let me put some Shannon in it. You telling me that Shannon Sharpe was over here talking to a woman that was still married and paying for her to get a divorce? Are we just going to skip over that part and we just going to go to Steve? Are we just going to skip over the fact that Shannon Sharpe forwarded the funds necessary for this woman to continue to execute on her divorce? Come on, man. I've been out of the loop. I'm going to be reading Super Chat shortly. I've been out of the loop. I did not know that. Anton be so focused. Man, I was at the cigar bar. I was watching James Harden execute on the Boston Celtics yesterday. I was not familiar with all it. I don't be familiar with what's going on. When I get off the internet, unless I'm preparing for a show or unless I'm watching a car video or something like that, I don't be knowing nothing about it. I be so out of the loops. And this is news to me, so I'm going to react to it like I just found out, like I just did. This is news to me. Shout out to Shannon Sharpe for putting the money up.
I didn't break the home up.
I don't give a damn.
Because you know how people take it and run with it.
Yeah.
She was getting a divorce.
And he owed the money.
Right.
Oh, ain't no way you gonna sit here and help me. She was already getting divorced. I was just giving her the money. No. No, I'm not going for it. You're not going to sit here and tell me that this is actually a good thing, that it's cool, that it makes sense. Oh, she was already getting a divorce. No, homie. I don't care what you talking about. That's not cool. That's not cool. But more importantly, what does this tell us, ladies and gentlemen? Before we continue this video, what does this tell us? This tells us that never, ever, ever trust a nigga that is in your circle thinking that he your homeboy, because dudes will do whatever it takes for the woman that they want to bust down at that particular time. I don't care if he married her. I don't care. This tells me that niggas is dirty. People are dirty. People are dirty. You not gonna tell me anything about it. Listen, we love Uncle Shannon, especially when he was standing up to John Morant's daddy and Dylan Brooks and all of that. But people are dirty. And he was a simp too, because she finessed him into giving her some money. I don't care if he had it. I don't care if he was rich. I don't care when y'all always say that it ain't tricking if you ain't got it. It ain't tricking if you got it. It is tricking. He tricked off on a chick and gave her, man, y'all looking bad. When I tell y'all that these OGs led y'all down a path of symptom, that these OGs is not the OGs that y'all should be looking to for insight and information on how it is that y'all can get in relationships. I am standing 10 toes down on that. I said it before. I'm going to continue to advocate for it. These OGs is not the examples that y'all should be looking to for insight on how it is that y'all should be dealing with women. They said happy wife, happy life. They was simping. They was giving these hoes money that shouldn't have money. They was dealing with chicks that was still married and in relationships that had another dude's last name on them. Shannon, you're not going to get away with that, big dog. But let's continue. Apparently, this ain't even about Shannon, but we dealing with it as we see it.
Right.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
It's a lot wrong with it, Steve. What's wrong with that? Everything is wrong with it. Everything is wrong with it.
Trying to invest in my future.
Right.
See, these dudes kill me. That's what's wrong with this generation today. These young boys today, what do she bring to the table? The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got.
If y'all keep following these dudes just because they famous and they got money and they great at comedy and they can hit somebody on a football field, if y'all keep following these guys and listening to this horrible advice, and I am a married man. I have been married for almost 19 years. I don't advocate for dudes to just get married or invest in their future by not allowing a chick to bring it to the table. I believe that everybody should be making a business decision. What do you mean you investing in your future? You're investing in your future? I believe that there's a difference between being married and being taken advantage of, being married and being successfully married. It's levels to this. And just because, oh my God, please, Lord Jesus, don't let any young man sit here and take this advice and think that this is the correct way in which you go about doing things. Let me rewind this a little bit.
Table. The hell you mean, man? What do your ass bring to the table? You got a woman that can come to the table that can make another you.
Well, I'm like Jay-Z looking at Dame Dash. Okay. Make another Hove then. Okay, well then make another Hove. Listen, if you can make another me, this, honestly, y'all, money don't make you real. Money makes you more of what you already are. Money don't make you real. It makes you more of what you already are. If you can, listen, then make another me. But you're not about to take advantage of me. If you can get it, then go ahead and do it. If you is so bad with your bad self, then go ahead and do it. If you can make a me, then make another me. This is nonsense. This is wild. This is absolutely wild. And this is why I don't listen to other people. I don't listen to what the sound bites are. I got to get the full context. So let me Let me play another. Let me play it one more time.
What else she need to slide up to the table with? What about your job? What happened to men who were supposed to be responsible? Do you know that it's our job to take care of a woman and some children, to have a family? That's our damn job.
But what happened?
No. So this is the context, all right? It's not our job to take care of a woman and some children. Let me revise this for him. Let me fix this for Steve. It's not your job to take care of a woman and some children. It's your job to take care of your wife that have not been soiled, spoiled, and bussed down by a bunch of other people before she got to you. And I'm not speaking specifically about Steve because I would never talk about another man's wife, but I'm talking to men in general. It is your responsibility to take care of your woman and your children that came out of your loins, not some children and not a woman. We are not here to be punching bags. We are not here to be found at the finish line for a woman that wanted to go out and slut it out and do whatever it is that she wanted to do before she got to you. Okay, so why don't we just go all the way down the road and just go ahead? Why don't we marry porn stars? Why don't we go and marry OnlyFans models? Why don't we go and marry prostitutes? Why don't we go and find women that were streetwalkers and reform them and make them into our wives also? What's the limit? What's the end of the road? What's the line that we then cut off, that we don't cross, and then we say, okay, wait a minute. Just because she can have another kid, that don't mean that we necessarily value her in the same way. Okay. Let's remix it. Let's remix it. What is the point of us advocating for women, biblical principles, God? Because I know that Steve loves to quote the Bible. What is the point of us advocating for biblical principles, women preserving themselves from marriage, being good girls, raising our daughters in the admonition so that she would marry her father? What's the point of me being what it is that I am to her mother if I don't want her to then seek a man just like me? Why don't we just let our daughters run wild in the same way that we would let our sons run wild? Why don't we let our women go through the things that they went through? And why do we look at our daughters as precious jewels if they can then come back to the table and say, I ain't got nothing. I just want to get whatever it is that you got, and then I want half of it if you decide to leave me. Why are we sitting here having conversations about advocating for equal and equality, and it's equality of outcome when it comes to what it is that you want, but it's not equality when it comes to what it takes in order to get there? Why are men still overwhelmingly the ones that's in prison? Why are men doing the most dangerous jobs and dying as a result of it? Why are men over in Ukraine getting their ass kicked and dying and starving and getting absolutely massacred on a mass level, but we sitting here advocating for equal outcome for women? Why are we having specific programs that say black girls code, and we're trying to push them into something that they're inherently not even interested in because they're more nurturers than they are technical as far as how it is that they look at things and how it is that they go about doing the jobs that they do? We not sitting here listen, why aren't we updating the laws in family court? Why are we sitting here listening to women on a regular basis on YouTube talking about and putting dudes in their phone as food? Huh? Why are we sitting here saying believe all women without evidence, and then we seeing guys get out of jail on a regular basis that wasn't even doing nothing, or was falsely accused, or was pointed out for? Or why are we having conversations about people like the Duke lacrosse team that got finessed by a chick, and then that same woman, because she can make another you, is supposed to be valued in the same way as the woman that held herself together and did the right thing? Why are we sitting here trying to advocate for guys to not let baby mamas give advice on how it is that you're supposed to date and have conversations with women, and we advocate for women like Savannah James? Why is it that we sit here listening to Cardi B on a regular basis talk about and advocate for and celebrated the idea, right? The very idea that a man had been set up in her presence, or she was setting guys up in order to get finessed so that she can continue to feed herself and come up? How come women is not held to the same standards by default that men are, but we advocating for equal? But we sitting here talking about a woman don't have to bring nothing to the table? We're sitting here having a conversation. You don't have to bring peace. You don't have to bring love. You don't have to bring joy. You don't have to bring the ability to be responsible by showing that you were able to pay your own bills before I got there. Right? A level of responsibility. You being able to pay for yourself in order to be able to breathe or have a place to stay is a basic human responsibility. You don't have to have basic human responsibilities. All you got to do is come in, lay on your back, bend over, arch, take the whole load, and that's the end of the conversation. You don't have to be a great mother. You don't have to be a responsible party and how it is that you raise your children. You don't have to show that you were responsible before you got to me. You don't have to be a good steward of your money. You can be a banshee and a hyena, and that you can do whatever it is that you want to do before you got to me. And then guys get finessed every single day as a result of aligning with women that don't bring anything to the table. She ain't got to be smart. She ain't got to be peaceable. She ain't got to be focused. She ain't got to be God-fearing. Y'all could just be completely unequally yoked, and she don't have to bring nothing to the table whatsoever. And the only thing that she has to do is look pretty or be beautiful or go over there and get a BBL, and that's the end of the conversation. This is wild. This is absolutely, positively, egregiously wild. Wild. And y'all have gotten me on my soapbox, going back and forth. I cannot believe that we are sitting here taking advice from these OGs that is willing to pay for a woman to get divorced, or a dude that is saying that a woman don't have to bring nothing to the table. That's incredible. That's incredible. You can go out and have and rock out with whoever it is that you want to rock out with, and that's just, maybe it's some additional context that I'm missing.
A woman and some children, to have a family, that's our damn job.
But what happens to when the woman tell you, I don't need a man, Steve?
Well, they need to, what? Okay, if you don't, how that's working? You know, how that's working? Who don't need no man?
I'm independent. I can do for myself.
Yeah, but why do you want to? Yeah, okay, you can drop a transmission. You can sandblast your house. But hell, do you want to?
No.
Y'all got to stop trying to say these chicks, bro. Y'all got to stop trying to say these women, bro. It is not, gentlemen, let me talk to y'all for a minute. It is not your responsibility to convince a woman that you should be simping for her. It is not your responsibility to convince a woman that you should be simping for her. It is not your responsibility. When I talk to guys on coaching calls, I'm going to be absolutely honest and transparent. And I say, what do you want, right? What do you want with regard to the cars you want to drive and places you want to travel and the things you want to solve for, and, you know, how high you want to go in your business or corporate America and all of this other type of stuff. And one of the things that guys on a regular basis, and this is a epidemic. I'm being absolutely honest with y'all. This is an epidemic. One of the things that guys say on a regular basis is that I don't want my woman to work. And that is the biggest red flag. I know that women hate me. It'd probably be women that be in the background listening to our coaching call, and women be hating Anton when I tell they men that you are a whole fool, not a half a fool, for saying to me that you don't want your woman to work. A whole fool. Women traditionally have always worked. The capacity by which they work is different. But if you telling me that this woman don't even have kids that are before you even get into, right, full-time schooling, that means she don't have infants. She don't have a little bit of babies, right? Some of these dudes chicks don't even have kids. And you telling me you just want to sit there and take care of her and she don't have to do nothing. She ain't got to do nothing at all. Nothing. The only thing she got to do is wake up and go to bed and then have sex occasionally. And that's the end of the conversation. That is a problem. She should be working for you. She should be trying to figure out her purpose. She should be adding value into society. She should be a great representation of you. It's not about putting a woman in a position where they don't have to work. It's putting a woman in a position where they don't have to work a regular job in order for you to be able to pay your bills and then thrive as an individual. It's not even realistic for most of y'all. Because contrary to popular belief, based off of what it takes in order to survive in society today, it's going to take for most of y'all to find a partner and not necessarily a wife. It take 2 incomes for most of y'all to be able to survive in society today. Don't sit here and tell me that you I want to make enough money to where she ain't got to ever work. Fuck her. If you find a woman that sit here and say, I want to be taken care of, or I'm looking to find a man so I don't have to work, fuck her. Leave her for the streets, bro. She cannot add any value into your life. She will not do anything for you. She will be a drain on you, and she will ride that horsey all the way until your back is broken and you don't have any discs in your back that's working. You got a bunch of herniated discs, and then she gonna leave you because she gonna say that I can't be with a man that I can't go out and enjoy my life with. So you worked your whole life. You killed yourself. She don't have no dedication to you. And now she going to go over into the next horsey, Steve Harvey. She going to go over to the next horsey in order to make sure that she can meet her lifestyle. That's called business. She's a business person. She's a business person. She didn't help you build. She wasn't shooting in the gym with you. She ain't even a good mother. She asking you, can you take the kids so she can go and do a girl's date? Fuck. Let me see if there's something else for me to mind through this. I've seen it.
If somebody could get out there and drop this transmission for you and sandblast your house, why don't you go get your nails done? I'm not trying to reduce a woman to nothing else. Be all you can be. But damn, who don't need a man? That's a lie. What man don't need a woman?
It's a nice to have. It's a nice to have. It's a nice to have. But it is not a requirement. It is a nice to have, but it is not a requirement. Shannon Sharpe apparently don't even need a woman. He ain't never been married. It's a nice to have, but it is not a requirement. I love my woman. I think that she adds a ton of value into my life. She's absolutely awesome. But let me tell you something. I was going to be awesome. I was going to be successful. I was going to be great. I was going to be phenomenal, whether she was here or not. Now, her being here and playing her role in position makes us more powerful as individuals, but I don't need anything except for my own hands, feet, a sound mind, and the ability to be able to go out there and get it on my own. And yes, you do need to bring a lot to the table. You need to bring a lot to the table. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace.